This is the Second Breakfast Club, and I'm presenting from the BTS Academic Conference. And today I'm talking with...
Andrea. Do you want my full name?
Yeah, if you want to.
Andrea Acosta.
All right. And Andrea, why are you here? Like, what's your deal?
What is my deal? What is my story? So I'm here from Los Angeles as a PhD student. I'm currently in my third year in my program, and I've sort of done other things, but I've been a fan of BTS for like 5 years now, going on 6, and that has been a big part of my life. And so when I heard about this conference, it was like a merging of two like facets of myself. One, my army self, and the other, my academic self. And it was like a dream to see that this conference was offered, because it was like I not only could go and like be both of those things, but I could hang out with people who were also both of those things. So this is really exciting.
That's awesome. Has BTS found its way into your research work at all?
That's a good question. Because I came into graduate school as a sort of British literature focused person, specifically like late Victorian literature. Yeah, so that was very different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although BTS does use a lot of sort of literary references, and so that in some way is related. But I actually have been sort of moving towards doing more BTS related topics in my research. I'm in my program, you don't really have to choose your dissertation topic until like year 4. Okay. So I'm still in the exploratory stage, and I'm doing like British literature, but then now I'm also really interested in like BTS, digital fandom, new media, like internet aesthetics and that sort of thing.
Gotcha. So like, I was going to ask, if you could pick anything, what would be? But it sounds like you just answered that, like digital media, digital art.
Yeah, and specifically, so and this is the paper that I'm going to present later today, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So it's...
Talk about that, too.
Yeah. So this is a paper I'm really excited about. I wrote it for a course in my graduate coursework, but I'm hoping to expand it into something larger. It's on digital fandom and race, specifically. And I'm using, of course, BTS Army as an example, looking at specifically the hashtag Blackout BTS.
Fascinating.
Yeah, which is like Army Selka Day for people who aren't familiar with Blackout BTS. Army Selka Day is obviously like when all of Army uploads selfies, selkas of themselves. And I'm looking at it as a kind of creative practice by fans, and a way, in the case of Blackout BTS, of combating sort of the racism that you do find in online spaces and in online fandom spaces.
And especially in K-pop.
Yes, exactly.
That can really be an issue.
With the media and sort of the spaces that evolve around that media. So I think it's a really important topic to address, and I mean for me it was a lot of fun writing the paper, because I was able to go through the entire hashtag and like look at all the beautiful selfies. Like there's some very impressive like editing work, like all sorts of filters, and I am gonna talk about like the use of Snapchat filters, the use of photo editing apps, like digitally enhanced. Making
yourself the best, because all of Army is going to see it.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm thinking about those as strategies of self-representation, but specifically digital strategies, because it's sort of unreal or like playful in a way that real life doesn't necessarily always allow. So I'm sort of thinking about the internet and minoritarian representation, but like through play or through something as simple as like Snapchat.
Awesome. So like not as dark of a topic as it could go, but
with an acknowledgement as sort of the dark side of K-pop and K-pop fandom. I think this paper really seeks to like, okay, but how do we perform against those dark topics?
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like when we talk about race in K-pop, it can often just be dark. I don't see a lot of things like celebrating minorities in K-pop, or like celebrating Blackout BTS as a celebration of minority fans. Right. So that's really cool and fascinating.
Yeah. And so we'll give it in like, I don't know, an hour or 2. That's when it's happening. But everything I've heard, and we were talking about this earlier at lunch, all the panels have been so good here, and like hearing everybody's ideas, everybody's thoughts. I mean, just being in a forum where BTS is spoken about seriously and with love, but also with like a lot of intelligence has been really cool and it's only 2 days, but I kind of wish it were longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the final question then would be, where can people find you or follow your work or connect with you?
So I'm at UCLA right now, but online, I'm hoping to maybe publish this later, and I will give updates on that. I have an academic Twitter, which is at Andrea St. Lane, which is STLANE.
And I'm going to link that in the description as well.
Yes, and I also have on that Twitter is a link to my fan BTS Twitter, because I have obviously one of those too. So you can find that link on my academic Twitter.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
And I hope that you get more attention, but also maybe some more voices that could help you with your research.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Thank you. Awesome. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to come with more interviews soon. Bye.